And we're live! Woo!
It's, oh no, not another award ceremony.
Yay! I probably should have changed the titles at the top. I just put, Awards Show Part 2. So any happy individuals who watched the last awards show one will know we kind of vaguely thrashed out the nominations for the awards last week, which are not entirely serious. So if anybody feels really hurt that they were left off the list, it's probably incompetence on our part and not a lack of talent. So I've gone through and created a load of graphics with all the various prize nominees.
I'm so excited. And by the way, our winners will get a llama award to be mailed. So we'll have to contact you, watch for your little llama coming your way.
I might have to be emailed if you're a long way away.
If you're too far, it'll be emailed.
Right, shall we get into it then? Number 1, funniest guest nominees. So we have got Paul Ince, also known as Biz Paul, Sarah Clay, also known as Curly Clay, Chris Stone, also known as Chris Stone, Making Sang, also known as Making FOMO Creator, Suzanne Kohlberg, who's probably known as something, and Sarah Kedge, who's probably known as Sarah Kedge. So, have you got any particular people you want to shout out before?
You know, Tim, all of these people are funny. I enjoyed chatting with every single one of them. I think Chris is probably the only one I've met in true life, if I can remember correctly.
Making didn't go to Social Media Marketing World.
No. Did any of these other people go?
Sarah Clay did, I think.
Okay, I think I met Sarah Clay. That sounds right. But all funny. But Paul had me laugh crying. So I'm going with Paul. What do you think?
I'm happy to go with Paul. I think he's gaining from recency bias in as much as we interviewed him fairly recently.
That's true.
So, as I said in the pre-chat, I have absolutely no way of highlighting it. I suppose I could actually go. Let me put it on what am I doing? Yeah.
So we're going with
winner.
Biz Paul's our winner.
I just put Biz Paul on. Actually, it's Paul.
Biz Paul, funniest guest nominee to receive.
Winner.
Yay! Congrats, Biz Paul.
How can I make it bigger? As you can see, all expenses paid are spared with this show. What's a bubble one? Oh, let's go with the classic. Then it's like winner. Right. Okay. Let's hide that.
And who is our next? Our next nomination
is for best guest who has appeared the most on our show, who we want back. It's a terrible, because I think you put best returning guest or something, and then I mangled the title. So we have Jen Gilmore, who's been on twice, Tanya Zido, who's been on twice, Nachi Lazarus, who's been on once on his own, once with his wife, Making Sang, I think she's been on twice, Jim Hughes, who's been on with Chris Stone and with Tim Son, and Marie Lurch. So, have you got any particular preferences or people you want to shout out?
Best guest who has appeared the most on our show, who we want back. To be honest, I think we want all of them back.
Yes.
But I think you and I have both chatted very specifically about having Jen Gilmore back.
Yeah, I think that's the. I think Jen's the winner.
Winner. Jen Gilmore, we want you back. Come back on our show. We have lots of questions and lots to chat about.
Yeah. All right. The trouble with this like splash screen thing is they don't get to see us on the screen anymore.
That's true. The other frustrating thing is everyone's a winner.
Everyone. Well, the next one is a winner straight away. Because he is the only. Somebody might have stitched up their husband for an award here. I don't know who that would be. I'm not sure James is particularly excited about. Yeah.
for the award to most likely never appear on our show as a guest, but most likely to be in the comments, my husband, James Ballantyne.
Yeah.
Yay! Congrats, love.
He's just amazing. He's amazing.
Wait.
We have an acceptance.
To make a speech to thank my friends and family and
The Academy.
all the people who've got me to this place, so that I can accept this award in person on the Tim and Christelle show. And I'd like to thank my lollipop ladies for helping me cross the road when I was at primary school.
Yeah, that's really important. You could have got run over. Yeah.
The dinner ladies for feeding me. I'd like to thank all the librarians who lent me books over the course of my lifetime, and so all these, it's a heartfelt thank you from me for this award, my first ever award. And now can I be the funniest guest too?
No.
Wow, you got it. Yeah, maybe. Next awards.
Next year you can be funniest, but I just want to say, if that's how you get on the show, you no longer win.
Yeah, we're going to take the award away from you now. I'm not sure these are in the right order at all, but here's the next one. And actually, I know who the winner is here because I worked out which one is the furthest away, but I don't know while I'm typing in their name. If you want to talk about these guests at all and praise they're all had to get up at either get up or stay up to some stupidly late thing to appear on the show. So
guess farthest away they did. So if they came from Australia, they had to get up at what time? Like 4 a.m. or some.
Well, it depends. I mean, our show has moved around time-wise. When we used to have it at 8 o'clock, it was really late. It was really early in the morning. When we were earlier, it was like 10 or 11 at night, I think. So, yeah, now at this time, I think we are basically like 2 a.m. or something like that. I don't know.
I know. Something fun about Carl was he actually has his very own, not llama farm. What are they called? Alpaca farm, and that was really fun. So he's not only an educator, but he has his own alpaca farm, and all of the other fun friends. I met Fiona, right?
Yes,
Fiona?
she was. She came to our meetup in San Diego.
Yes,
she works as a social media examiner occasionally as well. So
yes, so we've actually met up with Fiona. I don't know if you've met Serena and Suzanne in person.
I met Serena in person. I've never met Suzanne.
But all really fun, informative guests. Who's the winner, Tim?
Well, the furthest away of these 4 Australians is actually Fiona, because she's in Melbourne. But the bit of Melbourne she's in is slightly less far away than when Carl is. So he's 3rd place. I thought he was in Sydney, but he's not. And then just with generic Sydney on her description was Suzanne Kohlberg. But Serena gives a suburb of Sydney, which is in the south somewhere. So I'm giving it to Serena Serena Williams. Serena Ryan.
Serena Ryan, you get the Llama Award for Guest Farthest Away. Congratulations.
Yes. Yeah, and the talent needed for some of these awards is amazing, isn't it? Now, this next one, I frankly have no idea, really. I've not been able to statistically look at who actually is, so we're just going to have to guess who is the winner of this award.
The cool thing about this nomination is we get to shout out some people that have written books, all very interesting and all very different. So with that said, go ahead and read the nominations.
Well, we have Mark Schaefer, well-known million-odd blogger and marketing guru, and he's got a new book out actually now at the moment, which I haven't got around to ordering yet. I need to do that because they're always very good. He spends about a year and a bit on each book, and they're always kind of cutting-edge books. Christina Adams, who writes, I think she writes like horror ghost stories and the like now. She used to write sort of fairly light, might even been chick lit. I can't remember what Hollywood, what happens in Hollywood series or whatever it's called as well. To embarrass myself. Orna Ross is the head of the Alliance of Independent Authors. She's also a well-known poet, and she's written a lot about self-publishing and the like. So probably a lot of sales actually, but hard to put finger on it. Jay Baker is obviously very famous, and he's written a lot. And he's the only person whose parents have been in a movie. Represented in a movie, not as in they're actors, but there was actually a film about his parents. Ellen Sentier is from the UK sort of shamanist movement. I think I interviewed her alone. I think you can do that week. Getting married or something stupid. Something like that.
Something stupid like getting married.
Yeah, Rupal Patel is she's written from CIA to CEO.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure that's probably been selling really. She might be the highest individual book seller. I don't know. I'm guessing that book's a bestseller. I'm not sure.
So we don't know. So we're going to go with every one of these people are a winner. We kind of have our best educated guess based on this, that, and the other, but we actually don't know.
We can do a participation for everyone to win.
Everyone wins a llama.
You're paying for the llamas, by the way.
Mark is a winner. Christina's a winner. Orna's a winner. Jay's a winner. Ellen's a winner. And RuPaul's a winner.
And it's probably somebody else who's been on the show we've forgotten about, who's actually sold more books. But hey ho, that's the way that things. They haven't had us for a while, so they should. I think we managed to get rid of all the viewers that we might have had, but it's always a replay thing. So what's the next one? Oh, the next one is Chad wins the prize. And if anybody saw the clip, shall I play the clip again?
Play the clip, and you know, for whatever reason, we gave Chad an obvious winning prize because of this video alone.
Yeah. Give me time to find the video.
This deserves a prize, a llama award.
Which video is it? I'm trying to I think it's this one. Let's see. Why were you dressed as an Oompa Oompa guy, and who were you waiting to pick up at the airport?
So that particular outfit has a religious background. No, I'm just kidding.
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
So my buddy John Capos, he's got a chocolate place, chocolate shop in Australia. We had met through Snapchat, and we were both going to Social Media Day Denver. And he mentioned he needed a ride from the airport, and I told him, I said, why don't we pick you up? That way we can hang out a little bit before we get to the conference, and everybody's all Chocolate Johnny, oh, I can't love you, and whatnot, and go all fangirl on him. So my wife and I picked him up. And a couple days before, I told my wife, I said, you know, he's always using Oompa Loompas in his Snapchat story. Why don't I pick him up as an Oompa Loompa? And she's just like, oh no, because she knows we're both theater people. That's how we met. Was in the theater, and she knew I would do it. So we threw this together, and here's what happened. It's Chocolate Factory, and I heard he's coming to Denver, and this could be my big opportunity.
Chocolate Johnny! I've been looking for you everywhere.
The Colorado, we gotta go and pick you up. What a classic! Oh my God, that is just. I'm thinking there's only one guy who's going to be dressed as a Oompa Loompa. Where have you been?
So that is why Chad wins his very own award, the Oompa Loompa Llama Award.
Yes. And I forgot it was an overlay. So here he is, the overlay again.
Chad Peter, how do you say his name? Ela Peterson.
Ela Peterson, yeah. For a while on Facebook, he had Chad Laney's man, as in like his wife Laney. Did you meet Chad at social media?
I did, yes. I met both he and his wife at Social Media Marketing World.
Okay, so let's go on to the next one, which I'm not sure was one down here. I'm sure it's on the other list. It's the best dressed guest.
Best dressed guest. How are we going to choose this, Tim? It's Jay Baker, Christine Gritman, Sarah Clay, Chad Ela Peterson, not for his Oompa Loompa, but for his other wear, May King, and Paul. Who is the winner? Tim, you get to decide.
Well, I am going to type out the name and then tell you. I think just in general, because I really don't notice anybody's fashion whatsoever, so I'm a terrible person to be a judge. But I'm going to go for Christine Gritman.
Christine Gritman! Yay! She does the red. She's the lady in red.
Exactly. Yeah. So if in doubt, goes. I mean, Chad with his hats and everything might have had a chance, but he'd already had an award. So it's yes, it's going to be Christine as the winner. So she gets to keep the llama, take the llama home.
You get to take the llama home, Christine. Tim, are we going to email all the winners?
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. We've got their email addresses somewhere. We have on the system. Right. The next award is the best answer to the free animals question.
I'm realizing Jay's made it onto 3 different topics here.
Yes. Yeah.
So we have, for the best answer to the very popular and famous 3 animals question, the nominees are Jay Baker, Markel Morris, Doug Bursch, Deborah Thomas, Neininger, Hannah Jacobson, Tristan Griffiths, and Lenka Kupova.
Yeah.
And the winner of the Llama Award is...
Oh, well, I created a massive montage of clips, and it's actually quite hard to do it, but with much deliberation and the need to type her name out. I've given away it's a woman, the woman who's won it, and I'm putting Hannah Jacobson as the winner.
Hannah Jacobson! Yay, Hannah!
Because others had some crowd interaction with it from my other friend Stephen Cyril saying that about koalas, which tipped it over the edge. Though actually, I have to say it was close between her, Deborah, and Deborah Thomas Ninger. Apart from her, I can't pronounce her name. She gave the fullest answer in a way. Like Doug Bursch was quite the funniest one because he was like, "Why on earth are you asking that question?" Michael Morris is quite good. Jay's was very eloquent, but Tristan was also very some people are sharp as a tack in terms of the answer. Lenka's was also very good as well. So
everyone's a winner, but Hannah gets the award.
Hannah takes home the llama. And the next one, talking about llamas, best suggestion for llama farm question. This is actually really interesting in as much as there's actually some very, very good advice in these answers.
Yeah.
I did compile a video on the channel, which I thought I posted out on social, but I don't think I did, of all of these answers shoved together. And these are actually, I think there's about 12 in total, but these are the 8 best answers from that list. And this is all advice based on the whole llama farm thing. So I don't know if any stand up to you. So it's Chris Stone, who insisted on answering the llama question, even though we didn't ask him. Chris Cubby, or Chris Cubbiness, Sarah Clay, Christine Gritman, Amy Kegler, Clarice Lynn, David Allison, and Victoria Bennion. So have you got any opinions, or can you remember any of them?
I do remember, and I actually remember Chris saying, "Wait, you haven't asked me the llama question yet." This is a very good question, like you said, because you come out with the llama farm question based on what they do. So whether it's marketing, PR, whatever they do in social media, and every answer is unique and interesting. And so I'm going to leave the winner to you, Tim.
I thought you might do. And well, with much deliberation and thought, despite Chris Stone's being the funniest answer and the funniest way into it, I had to not think, well, it's not actually. And probably the most useful answer is actually Clarice Lynn's one, in as much as she told you about Google My Business and local businesses and stuff. But in terms of entertainment matched with pure usefulness, I'm going to go for, what's it my opinion? I'm going for Chris Cubby, or Chris Cubbiness.
Yay, Chris! You win the llama award for the llama farm question.
Because he also managed to say influencers are narcissist in his answer, which was kind of the thing that I was like, yes, yeah. He said you have to appeal to their narcissism in terms of llamas, and I think he actually answered question 2. He came back to the same llama example later on, so he wins the Golden Llama Award for.
Congratulations for your llama award, Chris.
And we have one final award, which is the best show. Now I have a graphic here that might or may not work, but I have a backup in case it doesn't. So
this is the best guest on the Oh No Show.
Yes. So
which, by the way, one of our nominees we saw in person last night. Do you have any guesses?
Oh no! Well, I hope they're on this list. I created this little video thing. I don't know if you can still. Hopefully, you can still hear me.
Wow.
Yeah. So it'll loop it. Obviously, it's no sound because otherwise it'll be. But these are the nominees for best guest.
Wow. And, so this is a hard one to choose because I have different reasons for choosing everyone. And you know what, Tim? They each were so very different and talk about completely different topics. So I did happen to be with Mike and his wife last night. James and I were with them for dinner last night.
Was he trying to influence your decision?
No, I didn't even tell him he was a nominee. I should have.
This is where it goes wrong. So, okay. Why is it done that?
That's where everything went. I mean, every one of them were phenomenal.
Well, back to the old-fashioned way of doing it, or we could play that. I could replay that montage thing again, until it runs out.
Best guest nominee: Ernie, Sarah, Seek, Jonathan, Lauren, Mike, and Kimberly. All so interesting, all so different. Everyone had quite a few viewers. I will say Ernie and Mike, I believe they've had the most viewers of all time.
Ernie's got the most on YouTube, by the way. But Mike, he took over from Mike, actually. Mike was #1 for a long time. Lauren's got the most on Facebook. Sarah's got a kind of mix of Facebook and I think, is it Silk or Sick? He's kind of got a good mix. Jonathan Lowe's like #3 on both of them. And Kimberly's very high up. Ooh,
very, very. So Jonathan is quite well known locally. So this is just a fun group of people here. Every single one of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to go through them, Ernie Becker is Mexico. Well, he has a YouTube channel about retirement in Mexico. No Bull. I think it's Retirement in Mexico. No Bull is his channel. Sarah Kedges talks about neurodiversity. Siki talks about comics and Venom and the like. Lauren is money advice. Jonathan is San Diego Police Department. Mike is your therapist. and Kimberly is a trauma therapist. So there's certainly an element of therapy here, either with moving away to Mexico or something to do with one of the other topics. So
I don't know if we can choose a best guest between all of them because they're all so different and they have their own specialty.
Well, I was going to pick a best guest.
Who is the best guest nominee, in your opinion, Tim?
The winner, you mean?
Winner, in your opinion, correct.
Well, I'm going to pick a winner because we've already done it. We've already copped out with the books one, so I can't really do it on best guest. And I've obviously still exclude Mike because he was trying to influence you, even though he didn't know he was trying to influence you. So I'm going to Ernie Becker as the winner.
Ernie Becker, congratulations, Ernie. I had a million questions for him about moving to Mexico because where I live, it's quite common, and people actually need to retire in Mexico in order to be able to afford to live. So he was phenomenal. So congratulations, Ernie. You win our best guest award, Llama Award. Yay!
Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll ever do an award show again. Especially, but yes, he is the ultimate winner.
Ultimate Llama winner. We'll reach out to all the winners next week. On the show, we have Gabriella, a returning guest.
Yeah.
Since we've talked to her last, I think she's expanded her business or done some more with it. So I'm excited to talk to her about her business. And after that, the following week, we have our very own Tim Lewis
and
talking about travel.
I'm going to be talking about my new YouTube channel, which I haven't been promoted yet because I don't know why, because I've actually uploaded I spent about a month and a half creating an absolutely enormous video about the best new places in the US that I visited in 2022. And then I was like, I can't release it. It's 40 minutes long. So what I did is I cheated and chopped it into 4 lumps onto the channel. So yes, you can dip in and out. And actually, I have one of our best guest nominees is in one of the videos. So
okay.
You can look forward to that. So yes, it will be me. So next week it's Gabriella, and we've managed to have 0 viewers but 1 like. So I don't know.
What are you talking about, Tim? We're all watching. Millions of viewers across the world are watching.
It must be a mistake with the system. Right. So I seem to be just forgetting how to do anything at the moment. Where's my outro? Right. So see everybody.
To our millions of viewers, we will see you next week with Gabriella on Oh No, Not Another Live Show. Thank you for putting this together, Tim.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
This is what God requires.